We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support and break through key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 6:21 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, testing key resistance levels that we broke down in yesterday's video. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into next week. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot at 11:25 a.m. It sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from red bars to bright green bars. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator since yesterday at the 504.90 area. We just round that up to 505, and we were looking at some key resistance levels here towards 510, and then above that 512, which it actually broke through in today's volatility. There was a slight bear indicator, but at the 508 area, it actually popped up with a bull indicator and canceled it out, and that strength lasted all day. Now, it wasn't the only stock going higher. The QQQ did as well. If we pull up Tesla, it pushed upwards in the second half of the day, and same here into the end of the day on Apple, right? It's at a key level here on Apple below 180. It's been the support here for the last several weeks and months, and here it is fighting to get back above it, back under a bull indicator, trying to start that staircase effect. Lots of people are watching this going into next week. I would not ignore it. And same thing here with Tesla, pushing back up from a key support here all week at the 199-200 area and trying to push back up towards 205, and it's under a bull indicator as well. Full strength here on QQQ and the SPY as we see it in the volatility of today's trading day. Now, what else is going on here? Well, we also have in the bigger picture on the 1 hour, on the SPY, a bull indicator since yesterday. That staircase effect continued to hold, and no bear indicator popped up within the volatility, right? It retested the high from yesterday at 509, broke out towards 510, and the next level we were watching was 512, and it got well above it, hitting a high up here of 513. So pretty strong move here in the last 2 days. In the bigger picture, we were watching the inflows, which we're going to pull up in just a moment, and it's going to be crucial going into next week for this bull indicator to hold here in the bigger picture of the 1 hour. I would not ignore it. And in the volatility of the 15-minute, we can see here a bear indicator popping up at 509. It dropped down towards 507 in the pre-market, found support where that bull indicator popped up on yesterday's trading day. And here it is with a bull indicator at the open and taking off full strength here with bright green bars on 42 vision and full strength there with the bull indicator, and inflows followed, right? Which I'm going to pull up in just a moment, and we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into next week. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with inflows dominating here into the open. Even though they were red, you could see why things started to push up pretty quickly to the upside, because those inflows quickly switched from red to green and pushed away from the midpoint and hitting highs up here of 4.33 in the highest point of the day of inflows. Now, outflows have slightly began, and I will be watching this the rest of the after hours and going into next week if it continues to head towards the midpoint, because it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts, as you see it already dropping so far from 513 to the 511 area, right? Fighting here to stay above 512. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the bigger picture on the 1 hour, we could see here how these inflows continued strong throughout the open, right, and pre-market and into the rest of the day, hitting highs up here of 5.61 and continuing to reflect that strength into these charts. So as we stated in yesterday's video, bull indicator on the 1 hour, inflows were above, staircase effect was forming, and if it could continue, it would push up to retest key resistance levels, and it was going to be crucial. I was not going to ignore it, and here it is pushing up even higher. Now, when we look at the 15-minute within the volatility, we could see here how those outflows got pretty close here in the pre-market. That's the drop that we saw, but it didn't completely destroy the chart because those inflows quickly started to push upwards, and throughout the day, there's been a divergence of outflows, right? As it continued going higher, outflows have been beginning, right? But it has not completely collapsed the chart because those outflows have not crossed the midpoint to the downside. But they're getting pretty close here, and I will be watching, because if it crosses, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts and possibly even roll over into the 30-minute or 1 hour. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And the first support level is if these outflows cross on the 15-minute and cross over into the 30-minute, pushing it downwards towards the midpoint. The first support is 510. Then below that is 508. And then I'll be watching the 506 to 507 area for possible support, or will the weakness continue, right? Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to turn back around here on the 15-minute, switch from red to green, pull away from the midpoint to the upside, reflect that strength here into the charts, retest the recent high up here of 513.50 almost, right? It hit 513.30. 513.50 will be crucial. And then above that, if the inflows pick up on the 30-minute and continue on the 1 hour and the strength of those bull indicators, the next resistance I'll be watching is 515, and then comes the 517 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're above the midpoint on the 30-minute and 1 hour, but getting really close here on the 15-minute within the volatility. It's going to be crucial for it to come back up. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.